Hello, Lily. Welcome to the Wisdom Shared interview space. How are you today?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. It's so great to see you and so great to be here.
Well, let me tell you, I've been following you starting in the Mogul membership. I've been watching your own personal growth and development, and especially the growth of your message. And so I am delighted to have you speak on this topic, to introduce this topic to our listeners, to any viewers of this video. And I strongly encourage people to pay attention now, listen to what you have to say, and then afterwards I'll invite you to give people an opportunity to get in touch with you. So first, introduce yourself, tell us where you're from, and then you can talk about what you do.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So I am originally from central Wisconsin, and I've lived in a lot of different states, a lot of different places, and several different countries as well. I also learned French throughout school. I started taking it in 7th grade, and then I ended up getting a bachelor's degree in French as well as a bachelor's in sociology.
Mm.
And I am a current master's student in sociology at George Mason University, where I'm currently the president of the graduate students.
Nice.
Thank you. So I have been speaking publicly since 2003 about my survivor story with child sexual abuse, or CSA. And something that I found is that after every single speaking opportunity that I have had, survivors have come to me and opened up about their stories, and many for the first time. And it every single time it just reminds me of how many people are out there who need the space to share in order so that we can heal, and also that healing has to happen on an individual as well as a societal level. And so that's what I'm really dedicated to, and that's why I'm going to school, and I will be getting my doctorate in sociology so that I can actually research these things to provide the data in order to help pass policy and make some of those bigger institutional changes, and on a personal level, working with people individually and in groups in order to help them heal and transform in that way as well. So kind of trying to come at it from all of the sides.
Good. So I just need to open up first. I'm letting you know I'm reaching over to get my notes. I got my marker because I already have some notes I want to take. So first of all, I want to open up and say thank you so much for speaking about the scourge of child sexual abuse. Thank you for speaking openly about it. Thank you for sharing your own story publicly. Anybody later when you give your website can learn your personal story. I've learned myself about the importance of us who are willing, able, strong believers to share our truth because of what you just said. So thank you for sharing the CSA story, and especially for the survivors and the victims now. I also want to say I'm delighted to hear about your multi-pronged approach to this issue. And I want to I opened my hands when you said it so that you can, you have a lot to do, but it's okay. You're young, you have a long life ahead of you. You've got plenty of time to accomplish all of those things. So I just want to, offer that blessing to you today to say, take all the time you need, and that is the right amount of time. So don't worry about all you have to do and squeezing it all in, okay?
Thank you. It's always
Okay.
a great reminder.
Yeah, you're welcome. So let's talk about the fact that when you first started talking about this, and you found your own strength to come forth. I am a little curious about that piece of the story. Where was it? How did you find your own strength overcome? Insert word here. I don't know if it's fear, shame. Um, I don't know what words get inserted there to tell your story. And then I also want to talk about the idea of how people come to you after you do share your story. how did that happen for you, that you kind of, did you decide to tell your story? How did that all come about?
So actually, it comes about from the places where I received the most help and support. So I did have a family member who was very instrumental and influential in helping me to, first of all, like get on my own 2 feet, because I've been on my own since I was 15 as a result of these things. So he really helped me to, to kind of get the ball rolling in terms of that. But yes, I did experience homelessness, and I was reported to the local community action program services in my community, and somebody, had shared that they, thought that I was not, in a stable environment, and perhaps was not being housed at the moment. And so they connected me. They brought me in, and I had my caseworker, a lovely woman, still wonderful today. She is, so in just a wonderful being, and I feel her love all the time. And
Angel.
yes, absolutely, Angel, absolutely. And her name is Karen. So, to counter the memes, she is
Karen the Angel. Shout out to all caseworkers everywhere for supporting our children. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. They're not often celebrated as they should be. And I just want to say that I see you, I feel you, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, thank you, thank
Karen.
you. Yes. So they were able to help me so much. They helped house me. They helped get me tires on my car, and all of these different things just really helped me to get a job as well. So I was working while finishing high school, and all of these wonderful experiences. And then they also created a scholarship for me to go to college, and I was their first student they'd ever had.
Mm.
And to go on, to graduate and go on. And so it was a big deal in the community, and that in itself really spoke to me as well. That said something to me. That said, wait a minute, why am I the first one to be going through all of this? So it kind of, raised a red flag in my mind that there could be some institutional things going on. And the more I researched about CSA and how it impacts people and also the economy, the more I started to understand and connect it back to healing. So they saw this transformation in me, and and they asked me to share my story with some local teachers to help fundraise for these programs that had been helping to support me. And so I gladly agreed, and I was glad that I could give something back to them as they had given to me. And so of course I was a little nervous, but I've always been a big talker, so that part was fine.
Probably why we get along so well.
Exactly, so many reasons. But so it really started from there, and I actually helped them with my story. It broke the records of all of the budgets before, and as much money that they were able to raise.
So as a result of your crafting your story, getting brave, sharing, telling your story, they raised more money than they ever had.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, yeah, and that was just a really surreal thing to me. So that's when I understood that I had a message to share, and that people actually really did want to hear it. So from there, I started speaking at universities and high schools, and other things like that. And it's just been able to expand, especially, with the Me Too movement and higher consciousness raising that we are all helping to do on the planet. So it's been a blessing in a lot of ways.
So that is how you came to reveal the secret story of your child sexual abuse. You got the help first, you got some help and support and love and healing, and then you were offered an opportunity to give back to those people who helped you and to do more for the future, other people who would be helped by telling your story at a fundraiser for the organization. And then money was raised to that end. And that's how you sort of first really came out with your public story, or with your story publicly.
Yep, exactly.
Wow. So like I said, in a few minutes, I'll ask you to give your website and everything, because I know your story. I know you were written up in a magazine recently, and we don't need to go over that, because I hope people go to your website and read that story and whatnot. I just wanted to, I'm trying to keep these interviews on the shorter side, just to introduce some very, very vital but different ideas to people who are interested in this topic. Do you have, just quickly, any statistics about child sexual abuse and how many people suffer from this? What are they?
Yeah, absolutely. So our best estimates that we've so far been able to identify is that 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys will experience this before the age of 18. And of that, approximately 90% of that is done by family members or close friends and acquaintances.
Okay, hold on one second. I got to breathe through that. Okay, thank you for sharing this vitally important information, because there's such big story inside there of not wanting to tell, not wanting to, like, shame the family, not wanting to reveal, and also not being believed, being afraid you won't be believed, and then also not being believed. So I got to park that also for your work in sociology, and, but I know that that is part of the story of those statistics based on the statistics you just shared. Let's go to the part where the times that you have spoken publicly as such a young person and shared this story, and how you said that people have come up to you. Have they come up to you in person? Have they emailed you? How has it been that they've communicated with you, and what have they said? Just as an example.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I found that no matter which format I'm using, whether I'm in person or online, people reach out to me. So they come up to me afterwards and we connect, and they share their story. And, they thank me for holding that space, because of course there is such a density, such shame and guilt and secrecy around it. And, we have to bring the light to it. That's how we all heal. Yeah.
So I could feel the pain here. And I just want to say, if you're watching this video and if you're crying now, like, I could feel the emotion completely welling up in me that you are experiencing. And I want you to know that Lili apparently is available to you, and there's other resources available to you as well. And I just want to, like, encourage you to realize that there is going to be somebody who will believe you and whom you can reveal to, even if it's not inside your own family. So you can find a safe space to do that. So, okay.
Yeah.
So, Lili, believe it or not, it's already been nearly to the end of our time together. There's so much to say on this topic. It's so big, it's so profound. But the most important message that I hear, that I want to say out loud again and to share with our viewers, is that we must bring light to this issue. We protect the children. Some of those children are still children inside, even if they have adult bodies. But also the children in the children bodies, we protect them. And so I think that is what I'm hearing, and why we must bring light to this issue. Would you say that that's accurate?
I would say that that's beautifully said. Thank you very, very much. And I would say also that it's really important for us to do this work so that we can live our purpose, not our pain.
Mm. You know, I love that. All
Thank
right,
you.
so let us know, how can we help you? How can we find you? How can we support you? Where are you?
Absolutely. You can find me at endcsa.org, and you can email me at info@endcsa.org. And you can also find me on Facebook and on Instagram at Lili Deveneaux, and we'll provide the links.
Good.
Thank you so much. And yes, feel free to sign up for my email list, and I send newsletters and tips and resources and stories and encouragement, motivation, lots of support, because we are all in this together, and we are here to heal, and we are here to bring about a better existence for all. And I thank you so much, Susan, for all the work that you do in helping that to happen. Thank you.
My pleasure, and amen is all I can say. All right, Lily, thank you so much. I'm so delighted to have you on the Wisdom Shared playlist, and I will be sharing this widely. You can be sure of that. So take good care, and I'll talk to you soon.
You too.
Bye-bye.